I want to talk about love. And, Scripture says that Yahweh says, vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord. It's not for us to take vengeance. It's not for us to, people will, like with what happened with the GOP last week, or the shooting, the attempted assassination of the congressional people, senators and congressmen. We have to realize God will repay those things. It's not our job. We need to reach for love, not for hate. And to just constantly get into this arguing over Republican, Democrat, it doesn't matter anymore. It's more about what how the church has been silenced, than it is about Republican and Democrat and all this other garbage. If you think that you can change the country by being Republican or Democrat, sorry, it ain't happening. We need to be feeding the poor. We need to be taking care of the widows and the orphans. Not this garbage of, oh well, what social program are we gonna do, or who gets to control these social programs? And the hatred and vitriol, there's no point in it. It says, get angry but do not sin. If we try to take vengeance, we're committing sin. And then what? How is that a witness to the people around us, to the world? We can have a better witness if we are willing to die for our faith. No greater love does one have than to lay down his life for his friends. There's so much to that. And you're not going to restore a nation. People love to bring up Second Chronicles 7:14. That if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and turn from their wicked ways, that I will hear from heaven and will heal their land. It's about Him healing the land. It's not about us. It talks about my people in Hosea 4:6. It talks about my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And it talks about us turning away from Torah, from His Word. That's where we've got the problem. That's where we've got the disconnect. It's not the Republicans or the Democrats' fault. It's the fault of people who have decided to turn away from Torah. It's from churches that have taken 501c3 and have been silent. The 501c3 is nothing but a bribe. And they've effectively silenced the church since the 50s. They've effectively silenced the church because, if you do this, you can't be politically active, you can't do this, that, and the other thing. Is it any wonder why the churches are so ineffective and silent? Why does abortion happen the way it does? Because the church has been silenced. And we lack courage. As Joshua said, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And that's what we can do. Is we can love Yahweh by keeping the Sabbath, the holy days, the clean meats. Those are things that are of love of God, Yahweh. But loving our neighbor as ourselves. That's where all this needs to be. Our battle is not against flesh and blood, as it says in Ephesians 6. Our battle is not against flesh and blood, but against the principalities and powers. So, the vitriol and the garbage isn't cutting it. It will never cut it. And America has become an idol to a lot of people. There's a lot of patriots, people that are patriotic, but they don't have a fear of Yahweh. And that's the problem. And we have allowed all this to go by the wayside. We've allowed morals and values and love to go by the wayside. It talks about in Matthew 24 about the love of many will grow cold because of lawlessness, because of Torahlessness. Torah is all about love. And the arguments sometimes that people make, it's nothing but ego. It's not about love or helping people to grow. It's about ego. And that's completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. We need to be about love. We need to be about helping people in this country. Establishing hospitals and things like that that are doing the job that the church is here to do, and to make the Jews jealous. That's what we're here for. We're not here to play the political garbage game. Let's stop playing the political game, and let's focus on love. Love of God and love of our fellow man. Shalom, shalom.